No, no, that's fine. No. Actually, if you're on the front, eventually elbow bump. Good afternoon. It's 4:02, 13 more minutes and you could leave if we don't get started. On behalf of the dedicated, talented faculty and staff of the Goddard School of Business and Economics, I welcome you to our 2021 Convocation Ceremony. My name is Matthew Moritzen, and I have the privilege of serving as the Dean of the Goddard School of Business and Economics. We commend our graduates for their grit, perseverance, and stamina to reach this accomplishment under extremely challenging circumstances as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. After 2 virtual graduation celebrations, we are pleased to join in person to honor our graduates. As we begin, please be, yes. As we begin, please be considerate of those around you as you use your cameras and communication devices. Thank you. Graduates, we're here this afternoon to honor you. But before we do, please stand and look around at the very special group of people who have been there for you and helped you reach this milestone. Some have always been there for you. Some have emerged during the journey, and we also know that some have departed this life before they saw you finish. Thank you, parents, family, and friends, for joining us today in person and virtually, and for your sacrifice and support of our graduates. You may be seated. Graduates, your success would not have been possible without the support of yet another group of outstanding professionals, individually and collectively. They have tried to maximize the value of your education. They are the dedicated teachers, mentors, advisors, and role models, the faculty and staff of the Goddard School. They have guided you with competence, compassion, and character. There are countless stories I could tell you of how our faculty and staff have regularly gone above and beyond to serve our students. At a time in your life when you needed to learn the fundamentals of business, you were taught by Weber State faculty who are academically and professionally prepared to do so. Graduates, you know well that they have challenged you, encouraged you, and inspired you. They have worked to instill a love for learning and have helped make it possible for you to become the leaders in your professions and your communities. A guiding principle of our Goddard School is to provide a personal touch to serving students. This focus on students in the Goddard School is to help you develop the knowledge, skills, and ethics necessary for business and society. They do all of this while facing their own personal and professional challenges, and this past year has been no exception for them and for all of us. Please join me in recognizing the faculty and staff of the Goddard School who are joining us today in person and remotely. I would like to introduce and welcome our distinguished guests and program participants, and I invite them to stand as I read their name. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. President Brad Mortensen of Weber State University. Betsy Manel, Vice President of University Advancement. Karen Fairbanks, Board of Trustees. Michael Vaughn, Economics faculty member, and Brady Presidential Distinguished Professor, and former Provost, and former Dean of the Goddard School, and former Department Chair, to name a few. Eric Smith, Associate Dean, and MTAX faculty member. James Hansen, Chair of the School of Accounting and Taxation. Brandon Kofort, Chair of the Department of Economics. Jennifer Anderson, incoming Chair of the Department of Business Administration and Marketing. Soku Song, Chair of the Department of Supply Chain and Management Information Systems. Ryan Pace, Director of the Master of Accounting and Master of Taxation programs. Jeff Clements, MBA and Management Information Systems faculty member. Clinton Amos, Marketing faculty member and name card reader. Lili, International Program Liaison and name card reader. Lisa Hopkins, Accounting faculty member and name card reader. Tauan La, MIS faculty member and name card reader. We thank our guests for their attendance here today. Today is a special day for all of us, and it is certainly an important achievement in the lives of our newest alumni and their families. A very accomplished runner named Bernie Butcher once said, "Dreams lie at the start, reality lies in the middle, and proof lies at the end." For many of you, the dream of earning your degree or degrees began many years ago. Then you faced the realities of achieving that dream. And then you face those realities under unprecedented pandemic conditions. In the Goddard School, we describe our students with one word: grit. It's not an aspirational description that we hope to instill, but one that describes you, our students, in everyday life, especially the past 14 months. Today, you get to feel the satisfaction that comes from proving to yourself and others that you have crossed yet another finish line, using all the grit you could muster and remuster. When it comes to finish lines, there is one among us today who has helped countless students, faculty, staff, and members of our community reach milestones in their lives. The university has recognized Dr. Michael Vaughn with the 2021 Brady Presidential Distinguished Professor Award. Please enjoy the following video honoring Dr. Vaughn.
Michael Vaughn has supported learning for all students throughout his distinguished career at Weber State University.
Neither of my parents are college graduates, and I think that's one of the reasons why they had that aspiration for their kids. So I remember dozens of weekends where we would drive to a nearby university, which was the University of Arkansas, and walk across the campus.
Dr. Vaughn began his career at Weber State after receiving a doctorate in economics.
Sometimes I tell students here at Weber State that they don't select a major based upon the discipline, they select a major based upon the faculty members. Along the way, I would take classes in economics, and those were my favorite classes.
As a teacher, Dr. Vaughn created impactful experiences such as bringing business leaders to campus and challenging students to support nonprofits.
What I really enjoy is creating unique learning experiences for students and doing something with students that really opens their eyes.
Dr. Vaughn served as Dean of the John B. Goddard School of Business and Economics, spearheading the creating of the MBA program.
One of those great relationships was with Jack Goddard, who I worked with in the School of Business. And whenever I would see Mr. Goddard, or whenever he would interact with students, he would always say, "Are you having fun?" Because if you're not having fun, you need to find something else to do. So I've tried to impart that to students.
As provost of Weber State University, Dr. Vaughn was instrumental in creating the Dreamweaver program, making a college education a reality for thousands of students.
I continued to teach as provost and subsequently, and those interactions with other faculty members influenced my teaching. So in an honors class I taught, I worked with an art professor, Kay Stevenson, and we gave the students a project of communicating economic concepts through art.
He also worked to establish centers for community-engaged learning and LGBT students.
I can honestly say that I learned more at Weber State University. I learned more from the faculty and students at Weber State University than I learned at any other university where I was a student.
Weber State University is pleased to honor Dr. Michael Vaughn as a Brady Presidential Distinguished Professor.
After 40 years at Weber State University, Mike is retiring. His example throughout his career is one that demonstrates a personal interest in students and colleagues, which is so common among our faculty and staff. Please allow me a few moments to express appreciation to Dr. Vaughn, as he has had a significant influence on my own career and on countless others as well. I share this with you in hopes that you will emulate his example. In January 1983, in my second quarter at Weber State, I walked into the Lynn Lecture Hall to attend a microeconomics class. It felt like a classroom experience from a movie. The professor was young, bearded, and wore a ski jacket. He demanded excellence. In one particular lecture, Assistant Professor Mike Vaughn compared a microeconomics principle to the Rolling Stones song, "I Can't Get No Satisfaction." As an 18-year-old, I would never forget how he made a concept and a chart, accompanied by a song, stick in my mind for 38 years. Thankfully, that class would not be the last of my interactions with Michael Vaughn. I just didn't know at the time how influential he would be in my life. During the 1990s, Mike became the chair of the Department of Economics, and soon after that, the dean of the business school. As dean, he hired me as an instructor in the accounting program. In the late 90s, I left Weber State to go work in industry. Mike kept in touch with me and often updated me on the people and programs in the school. In 2001, Mike, as dean, hired me to join the Weber State University as a tenure-track faculty. He helped me achieve my dream of becoming a professor. I had only been away from Weber State for 4 years, but when I returned, Dean Michael Vaughn had transformed the business school into the AACSB-accredited Goddard School of Business and Economics with a newly launched innovative MBA program. Not long after starting my new role as an assistant professor, Mike asked me to teach in the MBA program. Perhaps he saw something in me that I could not see in myself. Before long, I was teaching 3 different MBA classes, which continued for more than a decade. In early 2003, my daughter was injured in an accident, losing 3 fingers in a household paper shredder. I don't know how Mike found out, but he took time to visit with me and offer me counsel. His personal interest in my family taught me a valuable lesson. He also knew of my hobbies and often popped into my office to tell me about deals on running shoes and gear that he had found on sites scattered around the web. This was way before Amazon. In 2007, I was recommended for tenure by my peers. It was only fitting that now Provost Michael Vaughn would be the person to sign the letter stating that Weber State University had granted me tenure and the rank of associate professor. Within weeks of receiving that letter, I was appointed to be the director of the MBA program, the program that Mike founded 7 years earlier. When Mike's decade of serving as provost came to an end, he returned to teaching in the Goddard School. As the MBA director, and in an interesting reversal of roles, I invited him to teach strategic leadership. He taught that class by giving students hands-on experiences with not-for-profit organizations in Weber County. He helped MBA students understand the influence and the struggles of organizations who have the mission of lifting the impoverished. As only one of countless people who Mike has influenced, I thank Professor, Chair, Dean, Provost, and colleague Vaughn for his leadership and example. I thank him for taking an interest in individuals like me and helping us achieve our potential. Heritage is defined as the values, traditions, culture, and artifacts handed down by previous generations. Dr. Michael Vaughn leaves a heritage that I see every day as I observe our faculty and staff and administrators work with students and with one another. Mike, we honor your example and influence, and thank you for helping establish the principles and values that are ever present at Weber State University and in the Goddard School of Business and Economics. Now, let's talk about you. Among us today are students selected as outstanding graduates in their disciplines. I'd like to recognize them at this time, as I did for our December 2020 graduates at a virtual celebration. If you are in attendance today, please stand. As the outstanding graduate in Management Information Systems, Daniel Joseph Barak. In Business Administration, Travis Wesley Cook. In Economics, Yidong Huang. In Accounting, Adelie Ray Flitton. In Finance, Locke Nguyen. In Human Resource Management, Laura Melissa Tufino-Yara. In Supply Chain Management, Robert Ryan Longoria. In Marketing, Kyle Fitek. In the Entrepreneurship minor, Jason S. Nancino. In the Leadership minor, Nayla Mansa. And in our graduate programs, Tiffany Linda Garrett Barnes in the Masters of Accounting. In the Masters of Taxation program, Tanner D. Stubbs. And in the MBA program, Cassandra Fenton and Glenda Rhodes. The spring 2021 Outstanding Baccalaureate graduate is Daniel Joseph Barak. Daniel, who spent a semester abroad in Spain, has been admitted along with 12 other Goddard graduates to attend Carnegie Mellon's Masters of Information Systems Management program. We wish them well. As our faculty and staff work closely with students, we become well acquainted with their excellence and with their hardships. Today it is with sadness that we award posthumously a baccalaureate degree in accounting to Joseph Michael Dorsey. We express condolences to his family and friends. The past several years, many students have studied abroad. I'll highlight two today who continued their studies abroad even during the global pandemic. Ali Gopinski spent 2 years in Germany, and Marlene Leist, who is from Germany, spent 2 years at Weber State, with both working on dual business degrees from Weber State and the University of Bremen. Congratulations to them. Now, graduates, let's explore the realities of your college experience. Please stand and be recognized if any or all of the following questions are applicable to you. First, please stand if you worked full-time in your academic field while a student at Weber State University. Stay standing. How many worked part-time or completed an internship while attending Weber State? Stay standing. I got to get this. I guess I could just do that. Thank you. You can sit down. Question 2. Stand up if you contemplated that at least one of your classes should have been worth more than its allotted credit hours. Thank you. Please stand up if you are a veteran. Thank you. Please stand if you are the first in your family to earn a collegiate bachelor's degree or master's degree. Thank you. Finally, please stand if you completed your degree during a global pandemic. We're proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, graduates. We will not forget you. Please keep us in the loop as your life continues to progress, as you celebrate your remarkable accomplishment, and if you wish to share your photos, do so on social media. Please tag @WeberBiz or @BusinessWeber and use hashtag WeberBiz. We will repost your photos on our own social media accounts and on our website using Gigboard. Ladies and gentlemen, can you sense the hope and enthusiasm we feel about the future of our local and global community that this group of graduates has inspired in us? Truly, beyond the dream that was and the tough realities they have recently experienced, the proof of their excellence lies before us. As a Goddard School graduate myself, I personally am proud to call you graduates my fellow alumni. We now come to the point in the program when we get to recognize you, our graduates, individually with the presentation of degrees. To you graduates, as you are instructed to come forward, there's some things you need to remember. This is one of the benefits of going near the end of all the convocations. First, take your name card from your seat. Second, when you get to the tables on the sides, you can grab a diploma cover. You can actually remove your face covering at that time. Then make your way to the photo stands. Then come forward to the tables, hand your name card to the readers, then make your way to the X in front of the white W. At that point, your name will be read. I think we got it. We first present candidates for the Master of Accounting degrees. Master of Accounting graduates, please rise and stay at your seat. Please come forward as you are prompted by the ushers to have your degree conferred and to be hooded. Would James Hanson and Ryan Pace please come forward and present the hoods to the Master of Accounting graduates? The hooding of master's graduates is a time-honored tradition in academia. Adding the hood to the regalia signals the completion of a graduate degree.
Devin Vigil. Mandy Martinez.
Tiffany Garrett Barnes.
Shugya Udamana.
Lexi Frenderson.
Riley Ward.
James Hansen.
Jocelyn Jensen.
We now present the candidates for the Master of Taxation degrees. Master of Taxation graduates, please rise and stay at your seat. Please come forward as you are prompted by the ushers to have your degree conferred and to be hooded. Would Ryan Pace and Eric Smith please come forward and present the hoods to the Master of Taxation graduates. And I'll remind the graduates to then exit and go up the middle towards the camera in the middle of the field.
Andrew Martin.
Tanner Stubbs.
Braxton Rogers.
Austin Perks.
Braxton Todd.
Thank you. We now present candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree and graduate certificates. MBA graduates, please rise and stay at your seats. Please come forward as you are prompted by the ushers to have your degree conferred and to be hooded. Would Jeff Clements and Jennifer Anderson, faculty in the MBA program, please come forward.
Gentry Reeser. Gentry Reeser. Try it.
Gentry Reeser.
Jordan Gaddis. Just 1 second.
Wait.
What? Christensen. So Christy Christensen. Christy Christensen.
Brady Mortensen. Oh, I'm sorry. Brady Monte Carlo.
Christy Christensen.
Jordan Gaddis.
Julie Hollingshead. Hello to the 5 children of Julie at home.
Your turn.
Christy Christensen.
Victor Chan.
Denver Cook.
John Wadsworth.
Jamie Fry. Ryan Knight.
Ryan Knight.
Speckins. Beacons.
Elizabeth Starrett, outstanding graduate, fall 2020.
Go ahead. Ryan Knight.
Arun Beda.
Brittany Beacons.
Blake Head.
Cameron Thompson.
Blake Head.
Tiara Stepanik, Master of Business Administration with a certificate in Aerospace Management.
Brian Beresford.
Austin Rushton, Master of Business Administration with a certificate in Information Assurance.
Richard Wood.
Go ahead. Trevor Johnson. Kevin Davidson.
Cody Ray, Master of Business Administration with certificate in Aerospace Management.
Kevin Davidson.
Alden Tanner, Master of Business Administration with a certificate in Aerospace Management.
Troy Lunston.
Blair Hellstrom.
Congratulations. We will now present the candidates for all undergraduate and associate degrees, including minors. Please rise and come forward as you are prompted by the ushers.
Scott Clifford.
Derek Gallegos.
Matt, we cannot see the X. We cannot see the X.
Colton McBride.
Rochelle Hardy.
Laura Tufino Hada.
Matt, I can't see it. Matt, I cannot see the X. Rochelle Hardy.
Brady Erickson.
Zonda Nelson.
Matthew Heiner.
Marlene Lest.
Brandon Johnson.
Tyler Bishop.
Julio Otai.
Hannah Olson. Benjamin Evans.
Jade Fraga.
Veronica Garcia.
Atlee Fleeton.
Benjamin Evans.
Daniel Barrick.
Nathan Wallenmeyer.
Trinidad Lopez.
Jamie Bond.
Jennifer Vasquez Robles.
Michael Kozak.
Joshua Robbins.
Haley Baldwin.
Derek Call.
Jordan Nelson.
Garrett Hartsfield.
Declan McKay.
Heather Ethington.
Hannah Jessup.
Kayla Eilerton.
Mackenzie Otteson.
Robert Longoria.
Sydney Howarth.
Colton Tucker, Supply Chain Management and a Sweep Scholar.
Sarah Erickson.
Harley Jepson.
Charlene Gilbert.
Tyler Cheddon.
Michelle Tao.
Brandon Wiggins.
Paul Bonderson.
Nathan Cross.
Nathaniel Keller.
Haley McDonald.
Ty Moses. Tia Moses.
Locke Nguyen.
Joseph Knight.
Tia Moses.
Allison Shemansky.
Austin Jimenez.
Nathan Blizzard.
Tatum Beck.
Madison Rusaw.
Alexis Akaras.
Kirsten Convoy.
Ivy Warren.
Alexis Alcaraz.
Lindsay Hodson.
Hannah Leishman.
Taylor Beaver.
William Waldron.
Nathan Arrington.
Andreas Lapland.
Cameron Loftus.
Kristen Murdoch.
Justin Smith.
Benjamin Tyler Stone.
Van Imak.
Jessica Gutierrez.
Shayla Rollo.
Reagan Tidwell. Joy Christmas.
Joshua McDonald, Business Administration and an Associate in Business and Economics.
Brock Shelton.
Roger Berrigan.
Joy Christian.
Michael Phelps.
Victoria Razzo.
Alexander Harper.
Abigail Anderson.
Jacob Davenport.
Aggie Cockney.
Jack Arnold.
Samuel Jensen. Landon Strong.
Braxton Neal.
Garrett Eberly.
Dwayne Adams.
Bailey Loveridge.
Kimball Potter.
Holly Potter.
Jeremy Freeman.
Jason Nancino.
Aaron Jones.
I appreciate President Mortensen joining me up front to do a little bit of elbow bump to congratulate our graduates. Thank you. Will all of the graduates please rise? In the name of Weber State University, upon recommendation of its faculty and by the authority of the Utah State Board of Higher Education, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate certificate and degree indicated in the program of the day. As a symbol of your achievement, will all of the graduates please move the tassels from the right side of their caps to the left? Family, friends, faculty and staff, and special guests, I present to you the Fall 2020, Spring 2021, and Summer 2021 graduates of the John B. Goddard School of Business and Economics. Please join me in congratulating them one more time. Thank you. You may be seated. Finally, I would like to express appreciation to our convocation coordinator, Marianne Bowles, and her committee of dedicated staff, our stage guests, our name card readers, and above all, our faculty and staff whose commitment to our students always comes first. This concludes our program. Congratulations, graduates.